Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Timpedia and welcome to Let's Play Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition with a couple of mods. Texture mods, pretty much only. Now, I'm doing this Let's Play because I've beaten this game twice, halfway through a New Game Plus, on my second character, and I'm in the middle of playing Dark Souls 2, and I'm feeling like I'm not going to be playing this game for much longer. So, I wanted to do a Let's Play of this game to show it off because I really like it, and I just think it'd be a lot of fun to share with you guys. It doesn't... This really means nothing. It's just too shaved, so it doesn't matter.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death. And of course, light and dark. Then from the dark, they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. The first of the dead. The Witch of Asylum and her daughters of chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. Seeth the scales betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
And we're back. Now I'm just going to warn you early. There will be some texture problems, cutscenes a little screwed up, things like that, because I'm running texture mods.
The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Hey, that's me. Neato. Not the first of the dead, just N-E-A-T-O. Huh? I'm so hideous, I need cream! That guy's worse, though. Thanks, buddy. You gave me a corpse. Am I supposed to eat this? I don't know. Alright, well, it's got a big glowy thing. Sorry, I'm not trying to make this into a super comedy hour. Unless you need it to be. I don't know. But anyway, this is not going to be a super completionist run, nor is it a speed run. This is a Tim knows what he's doing in this game. Let's just play through it without dying a million times. How about that? I'm at the point where I know enough to know I can pretty solidly kill every boss, get through the entire game, so this is still going to probably be a fairly lengthy Let's Play, but it's not going to be... I'm not going to rage every 5 seconds, I'm not going to die every 5 seconds, so if you were looking for that, this is not the Let's Play for you. This is me showing off a couple of mods that I have that I really like, that enhance the game a little bit, and me just kind of taking it through, you know, as not a completionist, but trying to collect what I can, and just having fun with it. Like I said earlier, I've beaten this game twice, and I'm in the middle of a Dark Souls 2 playthrough. I keep saying Let's Play. My first one, and Dark Souls 2 came out on PC like 2 weeks ago as of this recording, so... But I figured, you know what, I just want to go back and play Dark Souls 1, see how it compares in my mind, because in my mind, Dark Souls 1 is a little better than Dark Souls 2. But that could easily be because I didn't play Demon's Souls, which I've heard Dark Souls 2 is much more similar to. But we'll see how I feel about it, because let's see how things feel. Like, right off the bat I can tell you, I feel like my character's movements are a little less fluid. It feels a lot more...
Thank goodness.
Okay, this guy just says, we're both undead. I'm gonna skip some dialogue. He gives you the Estus Flask and the key upstairs, past that boulder. The Estus Flask is how you heal, so you kind of want to get that. Oh my god, I hit the freaking wall. I hate doing that. Both games do it all the time. Yeah, you literally have to talk to him and get the Estus Flask. There's no way out without doing that. Like, if you kill him, you still get the Estus Flask when you get the key. I am retarded. So, one thing that's also from playing this again, rolling, and everything, just in general, your actions, attacking, rolling, they're all much more responsive than in Dark Souls 2. But you also have a lot less control over them. The way I mean is, you attack at everything much more quickly. That was the stupidest thing I've done. Like you swing your sword in general a lot quicker. You move pretty much the same speed. But overall, you just feel like I feel like you have a little more control, or like you control your actions more directly. However, in Dark Souls 2, are you freaking kidding me? What the hell was that shit? I didn't get the stab? Wow. That's a cool game. At least I'm beating the shit out of him. I'm gonna heal just to be safe. I don't want to die on the first guy. Oh yeah, so the mods I have also hide the names of the enemies. I'll tell you which ones I know. This is just the first demon. I don't even remember what he's called. It really doesn't matter. If I die to this guy, I'm probably just going to restart the Let's Play because that would be so embarrassing. No, I'm going to kill him right after his next attack. I'm going to kill him. Come on. Do an attack. Thank you. Down. Oh, he's dead. Okay. And this is a mistake I've made in every time I've played through this game. I always go through the wrong door. It's this door that takes you out. Okay, open door's a little slower. So, but having played Dark Souls 2, I kind of feel like Dark Souls 2 will eat up my Dark Souls time for a long time, and I don't even know if I'll ever go back to Dark Souls 1. I never finished my New Game Plus, went into extra pluses or anything, so we'll see.
In the ancient legends, it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage
And
to the land of the ancient lords.
oh, there it is. The broken HUD.
Lordran.
This is a HUD redesign that I have on my game. It fucks with cutscenes sometimes, but it makes the HUD less in your way. Whee! Whoosh! Alright, so that's the hopeless guy. I forget what his name is. Sorrowful guy, or whatever his name is, I don't even know. Alright, 2 in strength, 1 in dex. You'll see why we're doing that. Let's grab this. Now there's more stuff to get around here, but I'm going to come back for it. The one thing I do want to grab is over here. No, it's up 1. It doesn't even matter, I don't need it that badly. I'm going to come back here because I'm kind of trying to focus on one really early objective that'll kind of determine how I go through this game, which is shocking to hear, but you'll see why. Go. I'm so used to I'm going two-handed somewhat because of Dark Souls 2. In that game, shields are way less effective. Like, I don't use a shield in Dark Souls 2. Takes off a lot of weight capacity that of me carrying, and overall shields are just way less useful. Like in this, it's basically a perfect block if you have the stamina for it. In Dark Souls 2, it's a lot less definite what you're gonna get out of it. So I just don't even use one. I just rely on rolling my own dodge skills, which works fine for me. One shot the rat. Those rats are the worst. If there's a part coming up, it will probably be in this first session. You'll see it. So, oh, the other guy, the guy sitting at the fire, tells you there's 2 Bells of Awakening. There's one up here and one down below in a place called Blighttown. Everyone pretty much unanimously does this one first because Blighttown sucks. Blighttown is awful. So, and this is just in general, this feels like a lower level area. So you want to start off here. Now, if I do a sprint attack, I can. It's so hard to see. This camera's goofy sometimes. Pass through. Those don't always mean bosses. Alright. Now, don't expect me to beat every boss. Hey, dragon. He just leaves, don't worry. He's the only boss I've never killed. Because I just... It's like completely 100% optional. And I've never really gotten into a position where I needed to, or really figured out even how to do it. Let's open this. Take a drink, which is infinitely faster than in Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2, it takes such a long time to take a drink from the Estus. And you only start out with 1 Estus charge, while in this game you start out with basically 10. 5 technically, but 5 is your base number, but you get 10 if you rest at that first bonfire. Right, so he's dead. Let's go in here. I need to use a humanity. Light the bonfire. Much less spectacular than in Dark Souls 2. So another part of the reason I want to do this is because I can make all these comparisons to Dark Souls 2, not having beat it, but at least knowing how it plays. It's nice to have that comparison, since this is such a late release of a Dark Souls Let's Play. Like, this isn't early or anything, so I kind of like that at the very least. He's gonna knock me off the bridge. No, he's not. He tried. You dick! I hate you. Stop it. There we go. You're dead. Let's take a drink. Now that bond. Now I'm only down to 5 on that other bond. Oh, I fucking hate That's garbage. Not really doing perfect or anything, but I'm not doing horrible. As long as I don't die, I'm happy. That's the embarrassing part. So we're kind of just making our way. This is how you have to go through this area. Oh my god, I hate that guy. He always surprises me when I come in here. There's another guy right around this corner. I'll just show you, just to show you. But there's not even an item in here. There, I took a hit for you guys. Get out of the way. Give me the chest. Ba-da. Ba-da, ba-da. Ba-da, ba-da. Oh, it's already on my quick bar. Sweet. You'll see why I'll need that in a little bit. Get an attack, dodge. Those firebomb hurlers are the biggest assholes. They're really annoying. No, you don't. I'm not gonna go in there yet. Oh, sweet, a firebomb. Thanks, buddy. Firebombs are basically useless. I'm gonna use them one time in a minute, and then I pretty much am never gonna use them again. They just aren't useful in terms of the game, really. There's no real good situation where you need them. I'm like just too weak to one-shot these guys with a two-handed strike. But that's okay. Since I'm using a longsword, I can go really fast. This also is way faster than Dark Souls 2 in a lot of ways. A lot of the attacks in that game are way slower. But that's basically how I would say the two games' movements are. You trade speed in this game for accuracy in the other game. The rolls, so much more control. I just feel like my rolls are much easier to aim in Dark Souls 2. Alright, I'm gonna do a strong dash attack. There we go. Instead of just doing a vertical slash that completely misses him. Whoop, hello. Hey, buddy. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. Oh, you dick. I hate the spear guys. You don't even fight many spear guys in the game except for these early hollow soldiers. Which is rather aggravating. Hey, buddy, come on. Oh, I didn't mean to aggro both. Fuck. That's more annoying than I was hoping for. How did he block me? Oh, you asshole. Yeah, they have Estus. Most enemies don't actually heal themselves, but it's these early guys that do, because they're pretty big assholes, like I said. I'm not going to heal. I'm going to risk not healing. Now, this is the thing I rushed forward for. And those of you who know the game know instantly why I'm here. Come on. Now, this is a Black Knight. They're badass motherfuckers throughout the entire game. And this one has a very important item that I hope to get. It's not throwable angle. I need him to be like right here so I can... No, that's not it either. If I start the animation now... There we go. Right in the... Oh! Throw my... Well, it added the other one to my quick bar, so why not? Alright, so now I'm going to try to... Come on, just give me a backstab opportunity. I'm not going to attack you until you attack. Oh, shit. I'm so not used to using a shield because I don't use it in Dark Souls 2 at all. That should have been... Ooh! Eesh. Oh my god, my attacks are so weak. Give me a... Thank you! He's dead. Please. No, he's not dead. No! Oh my god. Yes! Thank God. I am so happy. 20 and 18. Black Knight Sword, I'm going to tell you right now, will carry me through this entire Let's Play. It is such a good sword for a first playthrough. Now, there are better endgame weapons, but in terms of a first playthrough, like I'm not doing New Game Plus or anything, where you pretty much have to focus your build, which I'm going to do with Strength and Dexterity. It's one of the best. Now there are like dragon, like another weapon you can get. I'll show you how to do it. Is the Drake Sword. That's not that good. It's a one-handed sword and it's not bad, but dragon swords, the problem with them is they don't scale at all. By scaling, what I mean is many weapons, pretty much all the weapons to some degree scale off of your stats, be it your strength, your dexterity, or magical-based stuff uses your faith and intelligence to scale. And the letters highest and then S, as with all Japanese things, the higher you go and then hit S is what you want. I'm not even going to try this. I need to go back. I might just need to farm or something. I need to get 20 and 18 so I can use the freaking Black Knight sword. Then I can rock face. So let's go back. Actually, shit, I don't have a... Is this shield better? No, it's not. Is it, though? I think I realized that I've looked at the stats all wrong. Okay, its physical defense isn't even as good, so no, it's not as good. I always looked at the attack value for shields like a freaking idiot. Alright, so I need 20 and 18. And if I... Oh my god. I'm 6 away. Jeez. Well, on the other hand... Oh my god, all I have is 5 souls of lost undead? Jeez. Alright, well let's pop them. 200 apiece. That'll get me maybe 2 levels. Maybe I can get my strength to 20. And last one. I don't think I can get 2 levels. Nope. I can get 1 and then go grind these guys and get another one. I don't really need to grind for the Black Knight sword, but basically I'm at the point where to progress forward, I need to do 2 boss fights. I need to do 1 of 2 boss fights, and both of them would be significantly easier if I could have the sword. So you know what, I think I'll go back to the shrine and I'll actually show you some of the stuff I left behind so that I could go get the sword. So that'll help me out a little bit. Maybe give me I think it'll also give me a few more soul pickups. Oh, thank you for not blocking that for some reason. You're a dick. I hate you. If you just keep going, eventually you can break their guard. Ooh, a Titanite shard. That's helpful, actually. Because the armor I'm going to use uses Titanite to level up. Now, there are various things that you use to level up your gear in this game. There's a guy back here. Fuck you, you shouldn't hit me. Now my strength is high enough to one-hit kill them with 2-handed. Did you notice that? But, there's, to upgrade items, you know, weapons and armor in this game, you basically use different upgrade materials, and the basic one for common armors and things like that and weapons is Titanite shards, large shards, chunks, and slabs. Slabs are ridiculously rare. You can get like 3 in an entire playthrough. So the armor I'm going to wear, which uses common, is not going to be finished. I'm just going to tell you that. However, more specialized weaponry and armor uses Twinkling Titanite to level up. That is very hard to acquire early on, but later on there is a merchant who sells it. There are people called blacksmiths in the game who do the upgrading for you. And they all sell, to varying degrees, the materials. Like the first one we're going to find hopefully in this episode. Will show drops, or will sell you Titanite shards. The next one that I will find, the best one, straight up, in my opinion, is will sell you Titanite shards, large shards, and slabs, or not slabs, Twinkling Titanite, which is what I need to upgrade the Black Knight sword. There are other materials, but those are mostly there's also something called Demon Titanite, which is mostly used on a couple of weapons to upgrade them. And that is very hard to get. I'm going to show you how to get it, but I'm not going to get as much as I would normally get in a playthrough, just because I'm not going to be using it, so I'm not going to go through the fight, because basically to get it you have to fight an incredibly tough demon for every piece. And there's a couple of them scattered around the world, and they're really annoying no matter what you do. Also, there's an item there I don't think it's possible to get. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen anywhere online how you get that. Alright. So now we're here, and you can talk to this guy.
Wow.
Yeah, fucking... He tells you about the devil. Now, this is the way down to the New Londo Ruins and Blight Town, eventually, which we're not going to do. This is the Firekeeper. She can reinforce your Estus Flask, or talk to her in certain conditions. We can't do that yet, because we don't have the item you need to upgrade your Estus Flask. Basically, you can, eventually you can feed humanities to bonfires called kindling, and then every kindle level you do will get you an extra 5 charges of Estus Flask. Up to now, I think you can kindle once, up to 10 per fire, and then once you get the rite of kindling from a boss in probably the next recording session, you can do up to 20, and that's the maximum.
I am Petrus of Firelink.
Okay, this guy just waits here, and if you talk to him again, he gives you a copper coin, which is basically worthless right now. There's a guy later on who the only way to get souls for items in this game is to feed them to him. So we will feed him, and the coins, there's silver, gold, and copper coins, and literally only you can do with them is feed them to that guy later. Alright, so I should have at least 2... I don't think. It depends on what souls I've been picking up. I haven't really noticed. Okay, now this is the way down to that area where the Rite of Kindling is, and one of the later bosses is, but we're not going here now. There's just a couple items you can pick up on the surface up here. And I'm actually going to go to one-handed because I'm going to need my shield out here. Now these skeletons do build up. Don't even bother trying to kill them. They're way tough. Way tougher than anything else you're fighting at this level. And they will keep rebuilding themselves. It's very annoying. So, literally, I'm just going to run through, grab every item. Zuhander, if you don't get the Black Knight Sword, it's another good two-handed weapon, but it's not as good. It's not as quick. I think it's actually counted as an ultra great sword. There's basically, as far as swords go, obviously, not axes and things like that. I use swords. I don't use axes, spears, stuff like that. I always use swords in this game. In both of these games, I've used only swords. But I like the class Greatsword. But the smallest is daggers. Really, no one uses them. They're not worth the speed isn't worth it in this game, except for some, like, I guess some very specific circumstances you could argue and say that yeah, the dagger is okay, but they're pretty much shit. Then you have straight swords, things like that. Various swords of this size, the longsword size. They're pretty good. They're pretty quick. But I like to go on the flip side of middle. I like to go a little slower and more power. I really like great swords. They have pretty decent speed still, and they still have a lot of power. Sorry. And, what was I going to say? And then there's ultra great swords, which are just too slow in my mind. They're just way slow. Very slow. Alright, so now we're going to fight our way back up. And we should be close, if not at it. After we run through these guys. Oh, fuck that. Fuck you, dude. Alright, you're just straight up dead. That was ridiculously close. That was an item. Hollow Soldier Gear sucks. I know exactly what armor set I'm going for. Pretty much the best medium armor set in the game. Why did I do 2 attacks? I can one-shot these guys with two-handed now. Whoa, dude. Not sure what that was supposed to cause, but I don't think it worked. And charge the rat. Rats are awful. I'm going to fight rats probably a little later in this recording session after those bosses that are the worst. There's a room of 3 of them, and if you let them start jumping on you, that you will die. You'll just straight up die.